Ridgeside K9, we're going to do an impromptu review of a 2017 Power Wagon miles.
And here is our truck. This is the 2017 Power Wagon Ridgeside K9, fully wrapped. It's got a factory lift, however it does have aftermarket tires. This is by no means an economical truck when it comes to miles per gallon, but I'm going to show you can get pretty close to 20 miles per gallon if you drive with a little bit of sense. Here's the tires we're running, Nitos Ridge Grapplers.
And as close to real-world driving as we can get, okay? Cruise control, highway, as well as we're going to be in the city in a little bit. So we're going to start this off. We are going to reset everything. Everything is reset. We're going to go up here. We're going to reset. It's reset. And we are going to drive. The outside temperature is 82 degrees. The air conditioning is on. We have bigger tires over stock. We're riding on some Nito. They're about an inch bigger and an inch wider than the stock tires. And we're going to use cruise control. Cruise control is set on 64, 65 right now. We're going to go from there. So again, here's the settings. You can screenshot that and pause it. We did reset everything here. And we'll check back in and see how we're doing. Anyway, as far as the model here, again, 2017 Power Wagon. This model is fully loaded. There is no available options you can get that are not on this Power Wagon. So full black leather seating. It's got the moonroof, the Ram boxes. It's got, again, every available option. Tommy Omar, if you're watching this, like you like to say, this is the Leesburg Loudoun County package. Order from the factory with everything on it. Do you guys know what makes the Power Wagon fantastic? It's got a real deal four-wheel drive system. It's got lock and front differentials, lock and rear differentials, disconnect and sway bar. It's geared incredibly low. It can crawl through and over just about anything. All right, so enough of the Power Wagon. Do I like the interior? I love it. I've owned multiple Chrysler, Ram, Fiat products. I love the center stack. This truck has air-conditioned seats, heated steering wheel, trailer brake. This is all factory for an aftermarket. As far as the Uconnect system, can't say enough good things about it. As far as the options on the Uconnect, this wins awards against every other car manufacturer every single time. It is one of the best systems on the market. It is intuitive, it's quick, it's clear. Really cool feature on the apps here for this truck. You can hit that little button and boom, you can activate your backup camera while you are driving. Tell me that's not cool. It's just a pretty cool thing to activate your backup. The phone is linked up right to the display here. We're going to go here and check the weather for the rest of this evening. Check the 3 to 6 hour view. We know what we're getting into. We can check it for 5 days. We know what we're getting into. Kick it back over to the media. As far as the sound system for this truck, is the sound system nice? It's awesome. It's an Alpine sound system. It's got a subwoofer under the seat. It's got a lot of good stuff going on. Sounds good, rides smooth. Is the Power Wagon economical? Well, that's a silly question. This is an expensive truck. It's got a 6.4 Hemi riding on a lift HD. Does it get awesome fuel economy? Nope. Let's check out the fuel economy right now. Let's go in here. We are averaging 18.8, 18.7. Don't worry about the number you see fluctuating, the current MPG. That's just going off what your foot pedal is doing. Again, this is one of the coolest systems in the automotive market right now, in my opinion, with absolute real-time feedback with your miles per gallon. Our cruising range right now is 450 miles on the tank. That's not bad for an HD gas truck. Back to the truck. Down here in the center stack, you have 110 volt output right there. You can make coffee right in your front seat off that plug. You have USBs in there. You have your drop down there. As far as your, truck is dirty. I use it routinely, but 3 cup holders here. I'm not going to open that. Probably a firearm in there. I don't want you all to see what I'm carrying. But yeah, so do I love the truck? Yeah, I love it.
And on to the road trip here. So we are getting off the highway and getting into a suburban area in Middle Loudoun County, specifically Broadlands area of Ashburn. We go by the Broadlands Shopping Center, run some errands. This is where it'll kill your miles per gallon sitting at red lights. So what I do here, you'll see I turn the truck off. I repeat, I turn the truck off. I do not sit there and idle. The old myth of it uses more fuel to restart a truck than it does to sit there and idle. If you're talking about a tractor trailer and or a carbureted vehicle, there is some truth to that if you're sitting for a duration of time. However, fuel injection, vehicles like this that turn off half the cylinders, you absolutely save fuel by turning it off. This is why start-stop technology is on most new vehicles now, because it does save fuel. As far as are you going to wear down the car and mess it up, no, your car is going to be just fine turning on and turning off. And I don't drive this truck all that much, so we actually left Broadlands there and we actually went back to Purcellville. So we kind of, for those of you that aren't familiar with this area, we transported halfway across the county. I just can't, make this video 20 minutes long watching me drive. But the town of Purcellville is stoplight to stoplight. It's a lot of traffic oftentimes. It's rolling hills. Again, this stuff kills your miles per gallon. So this is where you really got to be smart how you're driving. Throttle management, heavy on the brakes, heavy on the gas. Things like this crush your fuel economy. So I drive very conservative. I eco-drive as much as possible. What does that mean? I coast downhill and or accelerate downhill always. When I'm going uphill, I coast as much as possible and I accelerate as often as possible. Meaning, I don't even know if I can say a word like that, but I don't accelerate going uphill as much as I need to. Again, we're stoplight, stop sign to stop sign. We're going to Tractor Supply here to pick up some dog food to bring it back to the farm. I wanted to shoot this video as real world as possible, not just go out on the highway and put this thing in the wind with the cruise control on. That's not real world miles per gallon. So we're leaving the town of Purcellville. We cut through Round Hill, and now we're back on Route 7. And we're heading back to Ridgeside K9 headquarters back in Bluemont. And we're going to get into the mountains. So the end part of this mile per gallon review is actually going to be on dirt roads, which again are not beneficial for miles per gallon. They offer a lot more resistance to the vehicle. They're bumpy, rutted out, hilly. They just destroy your miles per gallon. So again, it's really critical that you drive smart and that you understand how to drive, etc. So the last 4 miles of my trip, 4 miles out, 4 miles back on dirt roads. That means anytime I go into town for any reason, it's 8 miles round trip on dirt roads. Why do I own a Power Wagon? I have to tow a big trailer, and I live back in the mountains. Therefore, in the wintertime, bad weather, even heavy-ass rainstorms, it can play havoc on our roads. Snow, forget about it. You need a four-wheel drive truck, real deal four-wheel drive. So with that being said, we're about to be home. And we'll check the miles per gallon once we get there, and we'll see how we do. All right, guys, we are in the driveway. However, look at them little rabbits. See them right there? We need to put the truck in the four-wheel drive. Let it lock in. We're good. My driveway is very steep and very loose, so if you come to visit me and you have four-wheel drive, please use it. Otherwise, you guys just tear my driveway up every time you come up. See dogs outside being walked. A good sign. All right, guys, we are home. That has been an absolute mix of highway driving, small town driving, suburban driving, back roads driving. The whole trip was 47.4 miles. We averaged 16.1 miles per gallon. Average mile per hour was 32, and we were driving for 1 hour and 27 minutes. Again, stoplight to stoplight, stop sign to stop sign, small town, dirt roads, on the highway. That's not bad for a HD truck. Let me